Hi, welcome to the Matthew Show. This is your host, Matthew. Just want to share something that I noticed on Facebook today. And I think this is a really significant article, so I wanted to share it. It's something, this really spoke to me. It's from a guy, well, this is the guy that shared it, Joe Becigneul, Becigneul. Um, a grown man looms behind my 3-year-old daughter. Occasionally he will poke or tickle her, and she responds by shrinking. Okay, she's not having fun with this. Smaller and smaller with each unwanted advance. I imagine her trying to become slight enough to slip out of her booster seat and slide under the table. This is a 3-year-old little girl. My mother views the scene. She sees playful taunting, a grandfather engaging with his granddaughter. Then she says to her daughter's name is May. May, you can tell him no. So the mother's watching the grandfather teasing this little girl who's obviously not enjoying it and feeling somewhat violated. I'm going to share this text on my wall. You know, Papa, please back up. May would like some space for her body. Interesting way to put it, but it's true. We all need space for our bodies, right? We don't want to be poked and prodded, touched and violated by somebody who thinks it's a joke. It's harassment, it's rude, it's abusive. He comes back with, oh, relax, while he's playing with a little girl's hair. So he's telling the mother to relax. I guess this is his daughter that he's telling to relax so that he can continue to harass this little girl. Now, a lot of this goes on. And I just saw a post in one of the groups on Facebook called God Beyond the Pond. And it talked about men, some man making a comment about a woman's shirt and maybe alluding to her breasts and making a joke. Didn't know the lady. She was leaving the restaurant and he calls her over and he made some comment. A lot of the feedback was about punching the guy in the face. Okay, the guy made a rude comment. I don't know if violence. Do you think violence? Do you think punching the guy in the face, slapping him immediately would be a good solution? The guy's behavior is inappropriate. He was using words, and maybe he had some kind of a smart-ass expression on his face. But is this the right way to deal with this? I don't think being hateful. I don't think blaming all men for being perverts or rapists or something like that is the right direction to go with this. I think the right direction to go is stand your ground. Make it very clear that you feel violated, that you feel insulted, that you feel that the comment was inappropriate. Give the man space to say, wow, I grew up thinking this was okay. My dad would do stuff with this, or other guys on the team would act like this. They'd say things. What about construction workers? The things they yell at women walking by. The funny thing about it is some women, not all, and maybe a very, very small percentage, would like the attention. They would like the guys to be nuts over them. Because this, for some women, this would be flattery. But not all women. Maybe most women would feel insulted, violated. I wouldn't want to be a person walking by some construction site having people yelling things at me that are suggesting some kind of a sexual violation, I wouldn't want that either. So I really understand how so many women feel so much of the time. But what is the correct solution? Is the solution to hate men? Is the solution to be violent and hit them? Is the solution to be rude and be hateful? Or should we be more compassionate understanding to the situation and make our feelings clear and say, look, that I really feel insulted, and I feel like what you said was rude. And you could go so far as to say, would you owe me an apology for treating me that way, for being so disrespectful. And then the guy can come back with, woo, I had no idea. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just joking around. And a lot of men have, maybe I should say, twisted ideas or inappropriate ideas about how to compliment a woman, how to approach a woman. They're attracted to a woman. One thing that gets left out of this conversation all the time it gets left out of the conversation. Men are designed to be attracted to women and to want to spread their seed. This is built into a man's bones, okay? So many men, most men are wired to automatically be attracted to the female figure. Have you ever seen any advertising at all if you don't know about that? And women are wired to nest overall in general. Some women are not. Not talking about every woman, not talking about every man, but in general, men are attracted to women and they want to procreate. And this helps the species to procreate. So let's not leave that out. Now, how do men manage that? Of course, it gets mismanaged a lot. Like women's desires can get mismanaged. Women oftentimes are looking for a man to be a provider so that they can nest, so they can have babies, they can make a nice home, and they can continue the species, continue humanity. Happy, healthy babies grow up healthy and strong, have their own babies, get married, have their own babies, right? So we have these desires inside of us. So let's not throw that out. Let's not say that because a lot of men, most men are wired to want to have sex with a woman they find attractive, that this is part of a man. Now, how a man might manage that is another issue. So let's understand some of the qualities that human beings are born with, that's in our DNA, that's in our genetics, that encourages us to continue the species. Okay, so finally, what do we say at the end here? She says, it would be so easy to see a little girl being taught that her wishes don't matter, that her body's not her own, that even people she loves will mistreat and ignore her, and that all of this is okay in the name of other people, men, having fun. But what I see instead is a little girl watching her mom. I see a little girl learning that her voice matters, that her wishes matter. I see a little girl learning that she is allowed and expected to say no. You know, put up those boundaries, put up those defenses. No, you can't touch me like that. Even you're my grandpa. I don't care who you are. You can't violate my personal space. Can you see that I'm not enjoying this? I see her learning that this is not okay. Beautiful. Teach the little girl to stand up to this abuse. And she says, I hope her mom is learning something too. Fighting the patriarchy, one grandpa at a time. Now, I understand the word patriarchy to mean male-dominated society. A matriarchy would be the female-dominated society. I don't agree with either in a simplistic term, and I don't think that we have to fight a male-dominated society any more than we need to fight a female-dominated society. But I do think that some people dominate and some don't. We don't want to be bullied, and I'm against a bully no matter what the gender is. So I would not want to see, all men being hated because some men are rude. And this happens a lot. That's called prejudice, isn't it? We don't know every person of this particular race or this gender or this whatever this group, whatever this tribe might be, and um, you can't say they're all the same. Okay, so anyway, I just want to share that point, and I hope I'm not going too long here. But I did feel I wanted to make that, and I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this video, and I'm gonna share the text. And it looks like it may have been printed in the Guardian, and it looks like the text is by a woman by the name of Lisa Norgren, Norgren, Lisa Lisa. She wrote that. Good work. Well written. I didn't read the whole thing, so I'll post it here so you can read it. This is Matthew, the Matthew Show. It's 12:30 p.m. Thailand time on what is today? Today is the 22nd of July, 2021. I hope you're having a wonderful day. See you next time.